Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Retro NBA Basketball featuring Action PC Basketball from the 1970-71 basketball season. This is Dave Little broadcasting from the Dave Cave for tonight's game between the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. I see that the original Grognard is already with us in the chat room. Good evening, Devin. How's life? Good to see you. On screen, we have the recap of where we are with the league at this point in the season. And for those who were not around for the very beginning of the season, let me run through briefly the way that things are going to work here for this league. And then we'll look at the scoring leaders, and then we'll get into tonight's action. This is the Epic Basketball League, and we are scheduled for a 20-game regular season. Divisions are divided up not geographically, but by standings from the previous season. So I took the final standings of 69-70, put the top 6 teams into the Gold Division, the next 6 teams into following the 20-game regular season schedule. Will begin the playoffs in the Bronze Division. The lowest 2 teams will play a single game playoff. So if we were starting the playoffs today, it would be Cleveland at Portland in a 1-game playoff to make the Bronze Division bracket. The Bronze Division bracket will be 2 out of 3. And the top 2 teams that emerge from the Bronze Division will move up into the Silver Division bracket for the next tier of playoffs. So adding 2 teams to the silver will give us 8 teams overall. Those will be best 3 out of 5 series until we're down to the final 2. And the final 2 will move up into the gold division for the championship tier of the playoffs. So it is possible that Cleveland at 0-5 could beat Portland, win a bronze series, win a silver series, and get into the gold division championship playoffs. And then the gold division will be best 4 out of 7 until we are down to the final league champion. At the beginning of the next season, 71-72, we will have a relegation set up. So the bottom 2 teams from the gold division will drop down to silver, and the top 2 silver teams will move up to gold. The same thing will be true in the silver and bronze division. 2 silver teams move down, 2 bronze teams move up. I blatantly stole this relegation scheme from my buddy Bob Hansen, also known as Bob's Tabletop Sports. So thank you, Bob, for allowing me to plagiarize that idea. So we're about a third of the way through the 20-game regular season schedule for the season. And as you can see, the Milwaukee Bucks are dominating. 7-0, and they dominated the 1970-71 NBA season in real life as well. So things are going according to plan there. It's also worth noting that all league games are played within the division. So each gold team will play 20 games. That will be 4 games against each gold division opponent, and so on. So with that as our backdrop, we can see that Boston is in a very good spot in the silver division. If the league ended today, Boston would be promoted to the gold division for 71-72. Detroit, not so much. They're struggling. They're in the bottom 2 and at risk of being relegated to the bronze division. Taking a look at the scoring leaders, Elvin Hayes from San Diego is on top of the world at 33.4 points per game. Hayes is also number 2 in rebounding at 16.7. Tonight we'll see John Havlicek, Hondo, from the Boston Celtics, who is 4th in the league at 26.7 points per game and also 4th in the league in assists. So very strong opening to the season for the former Buckeye John Havlicek. Dave Bing is the leading scorer for Detroit. He comes in at 24.5 points per game. and he'll see if he can lead the Pistons to a home victory tonight over Boston and improve their standings in the Silver Division. Yes, indeed, Cleveland's awful. We played Cleveland live the other night, not live on streaming, but here on the desktop. We played Cleveland against San Diego. Walt Wesley went off that game. He scored 48 or 50 points, but nobody else could do a single thing for Cleveland. And Elvin Hayes for San Diego started slow, but came on in the fourth quarter, and San Diego pulled away to an easy victory. All right, so that is our intro to tonight's contest. Tonight's game is brought to you by Amazon Services, makers of these wonderful hand weights, which just came to the house today, ordered by my wife. And she says that if she uses these hand weights, she'll look like Jillian Michaels. So that's a pretty solid guarantee for the weightlifting. The trivia question for the night is, what color is this weight? I say purple. My wife said lavender, indigo, mauve. Help me out, guys. Tell me what color this is so that we can report back to my lovely bride and tell her what the verdict is from the chat room, because she's dying to know. And with that, we will roll on with tonight's action. Here is the schedule for tonight. And we will tee it up for the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. Lavenderish, says Ron Juckett. Lavenderish we will go with, unless we hear more wisdom from elsewhere. So the Celtics will start JoJo White and John Havlicek, the usual backcourt. Don Nelson and Bill Dinwiddie in the front court. Don Chaney is out tonight due to injury. And the rookie Dave Cowens will be starting in the middle for Boston. For the Pistons, it will be Bing starting at the point guard alongside Jimmy Walker. Kid Dynamite, as I call him, and as you'll recall, he had a horrible shooting night last time the Pistons were on the live stream. It will be Erwin Mueller starting at the small forward. Mueller, the fourth-year man out of the University of San Francisco. And Terry Dischinger from Purdue starting at the power forward, along with Big Bob Lanier, the rookie from St. Bonaventure, in the middle. And with that, I believe we are ready to roll. Here we are in Cobo Arena for today's game. The starting lineups are being introduced. And we're ready for the jump ball. Bob Lanier controls it for Detroit, and the Pistons will be moving from left to right as we start tonight's action. Do we dare go with Jimmy Walker? Not if Dave Bing has anything to say about it. Bing is going to pass to Walker. He gets it back. Fakes on Cowens. Shot is up, no good, and Cowens tracks down the rebound. Celtics get out on the break, but they don't have numbers, so they're going to pull it back. And it's going to be JoJo White looking for opportunities. He sees Havlicek on the wing. Havlicek is the man. But he gets it stolen away right away by Jimmy Walker. And it's a 2-on-2 break with Bing and Walker for Boston. Walker drives hard to the hoop, lays it up and good. How dare these announcers disrespect me? I'll show you with the steal and the coast to coast. Havlicek's not about to take that lying down. He brings it back, attacks the rim, lays it up and good, and we're tied at 2. Detroit's going to look down on the low post to Lanier. He's got a mismatch against JoJo White. Short jump shot is up and it's good. Boston's going to come back with Don Nelson. Unloads at point blank range from down low, no good. Nelson gets his own rebound. He puts it back up, in and out once again. Bob Lanier pulls it away for Detroit. Lanier once again has the mismatch on the low block, and he drains another one. And it is quickly a 6-2 lead for the Pistons with barely a minute gone by. Boston's going to look inside to Cowens. Cowens puts up the short jump shot and gets it to go. Detroit has Bing dribbling into the front court. Bing and Dischinger are going to work the pick and roll. Bing drives, posts up against White, and he hits it. Good shot for the Pistons, and they are double up now on the Celtics by an 8-4 score. Cowens once again on the mismatch in the post, but he can't get this one to go down. Terry Dischinger comes out with it for the Pistons, and it's going to be Dave Bing going to work once again for Detroit. Pick and roll with Lanier. Short jump shot, no good. Rebound, Dave Cowens. Boston brings it back with Havlicek. Havlicek outside. He drives, he's cut off. Short jump shot, no good. Cowens with the offensive rebound, and he kicks it back out on top. Don Nelson has a post up. They pass it into him, but it's taken away by Lanier. And it is the Pistons with a chance to run. It's Bing and Lanier running the 2-on-2 against Havlicek and Nelson. Lanier to Bing. Bing drives, no good, but Bing is fouled on the play by Don Nelson. And it'll be a two-shot foul for Dave Bing. Almost an 80% free throw shooter for real life. In 70-71 was Dave Bing. Not faring quite so well in this replay, but he does get the first one to go. Second shot is up and good, and the Pistons are out quickly 10-4 over Boston. What will the Celtics do? They're going to attack with Havlicek. He is their go-to guy. He drives, he lays it up, and gets it to go off the glass. Havlicek with 4 of the 6 points for Boston in the early going. Dave Bing out top, working the pick and roll. Dishes to Walker. Walker no good. Lanier is going to go for the putback, but he's called for the offensive foul. Lanier is not very happy about that. But no amount of complaining will get the referees to change their calls in this NBA. And it's going to be Boston coming back on offense. Once again, they're going to look to Havlicek. But Bing takes it away. And Boston comes back on defense. They've got Dischinger. Short shot no good, but he's fouled by Cowens. And it will be Dischinger to shoot a pair. 76% shooter on the real season. And he gets the first to go. Don Chaney is coming into the game for replacing Nelson at the small forward. I don't know what led me to believe that he was injured because he's on the court now and he is looking good. Dischinger knocks down the second, and the Pistons have doubled up the Celtics 12-6 in the first 3 minutes of play. Once again, Boston's going to work through Havlicek. 15-footer no good. Good defense on the play by Jimmy Walker. Lanier with the rebound, and the Pistons will run. Lanier with the outlet to Bing. Bing on the run, puts it off the glass and in. Very nicely done by Dave Bing, and the Pistons continue to extend that lead. What's Havlicek going to do this time? He is the man, and he throws it away. Turnover against Havlicek as the Celtics are off to a slow start here in tonight's first quarter. They're going to look down to the block to Lanier. Short jumper over the smaller Chaney is up and good. 6 points for Bob Lanier on the night. They finally managed to cover Havlicek, so it's going to be Chaney coming back for Boston this time. On the wing, drives to the basket. He's cut off. Shot no good. Tipped by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie with the rebound. He puts it back up, but he's called for the offensive foul, and that is his first. That one could have gone either way. But you know, in the old NBA, they did not have the restrictor arc, so you could pull that flop under the basket back in 1970, and they did not have the restrictor line to protect you. So Dinwiddie is called for the foul, and the Pistons are coming back on offense. Jimmy Walker's the open man. He's off to a good start, but he can't hit the perimeter jump shot this time over the defensive Havlicek. And it is Cowens coming out with the rebound for Boston. They've got a big mismatch on the perimeter with JoJo White. He can't get the shot to fall, and Erwin Mueller comes out with the rebound for the Pistons. Once again, Jimmy Walker's the open man, but there's a stoppage in play as Bob Lanier is shaken up and leaving the game. He should return, but for now he's going to be replaced by Otto Moore at center for Detroit. Once again, letting the AI handle the substitutions tonight just to speed the action along a little bit and keep some continuity in the broadcast. Detroit will inbound with Mueller. Not much going on here. Jimmy Walker has a tough defender on him in Don Chaney. So they're going to continue to look around the perimeter. Mueller once again throws the pass to Dischinger down low. He's going to put the shot up. Can he beat the shot clock? No, he cannot. Shot clock violation as the Pistons could not get that off in time. Here comes Kuberski into the game for the first time for Boston. Steve Kuberski, the second-year man out of Bradley University, entering the contest for the Celtics. And right away, Kuberski finds himself open on the low post. Short jumper is up, and it's good. So right away, Kuberski comes in and has an impact. Here comes Dave Bing for Boston. Passing it back and forth with Walker on the perimeter. Inside to Mueller, jump shot no good. Out of bounds to Boston. And back come the Celtics. They're going to look to Havlicek. Guarded by Walker. Can't hit the shot. Cowens with the offensive rebound. Can he get the putback? Left-handed hook and down it goes. Cowens over Otto Moore on the rebound and the putback. Fine play by the rookie from Florida State. Erwin Mueller bringing it back for the Pistons. Working on the wing against Chaney. That's a bad matchup for Mueller as Chaney is a stellar defensive player. He's going to look out top to Dave Bing. Bing with a jump shot. All net. Pistons up by 8 now with just over 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Boston working the ball around the perimeter. Havlicek's going to put it on the floor and attack the basket. Layup is blocked by Otto Moore, rebounded by Cowens. Cowens, can he make it 2 in a row? No good. Rebounded by Mueller. And back come the Pistons. Dave Bing is the open man out top. But he double dribbles. Another turnover for Boston, for Detroit, excuse me. And that is their second turnover. Boston already with 5 turnovers on the game. Celtics are going to have to get their poop in a group if they are going to make up this deficit and keep it close here in Cobo Arena. JoJo White brings the ball up. On the wing, he drives. Can't get it to fall. Defended by Bing. Otto Moore on the rebound for Detroit. And here come the Pistons. They're going to look to Dischinger on the low block. Short shot, no good. Rebounded by Mueller. Mueller's going to kick it back. And he is going to look for his own shot on the low post against JoJo White on the mismatch. He gets it up. He gets it to go down. Nice shot by Mueller. Not a frequent scorer, but he has got 4 points tonight. And once again, the Pistons have doubled up the Celtics. Dave Cowens on the block. Can he get that left-handed hook to go? No, it's blocked away by Moore. Get that shot out of here. Dave Bing escapes with it. Here come the Pistons. They're going to look down on the post once again to Dischinger. Shoots the fadeaway. All air. Out of bounds to the Celtics. Pistons got a little excited after that shot blocked by Moore and perhaps rushed that shot in transition. 4.5 minutes to play, some more substitutes. And it looks like we've got some new faces in the chat room. Al, Red Sox fan, good to see you, my man. Beatles Eternally is here, along with Ron and the original Grognard. So nice crowd. Thank you all for coming out tonight. And hope everybody enjoys the ball game as we get back to action with the Celtics trying to cut into what is already a double-digit deficit. Havlicek is still the go-to guy. He finds Cowens on the low block. Cowens can't get it to fall, and it's Bing with the rebound for Detroit. What's Detroit got coming back the other way? Jimmy Walker's the open guy. He's a streaky player. The tough shot is no good over the defensive Havlicek, but Bing comes out with the rebound and passes it back out to Walker on the perimeter. Detroit's got a fresh 24. They're going to look for a good shot. They've got Bing, who's going to put it on the floor against JoJo White. He attacks the rim. Jump shot no good. Somebody got him on the arm, and it's Don Chaney who's called for the foul. And Jimmy Walker now will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Very solid free throw shooter. Nothing but net on the first one. 83% in the NBA for Walker in the 70-71 season. Don Nelson back into the game for Boston as Walker tees up the second free throw and gets it to go. It is a huge lead now for the Pistons early on. But NBA games are long, and there seems to always be a run at some point in the contest. Havlicek is no quitter. He's going to drive again and put up the shot. No good. But he is fouled on the play, and he will go to the free throw line. Havlicek shooting two. The first shot circles the rim and drops. Second shot is up and good. 6 points on the night for Havlicek. Detroit in no hurry works the ball around the perimeter. They find Bing out top, and once again he's going to put the ball on the floor and attack. He's cut off by Nelson. Shot no good. Otto Moore on the offensive glass. Working against Cowens, it spins out, and JoJo White comes away with it for Boston. Boston's going to look to Nelson on the low post. Nelson's layup is tipped away by Moore and pulled out of there by Hewitt. Bill Hewitt with the rebound for Detroit. And it's Bing open up top. Passing it back and forth to Walker. Bing attacks. Around the rim, no good. Don Nelson on the rebound for Boston. And the Celtics once again are on the attack. It's going to be Havlicek, matched up against Walker. Jump shot no good. Otto Moore on the rebound for the Pistons, and the Pistons have numbers coming back on the break. Bing leading the break, 4-on-1. Bing's going to take it himself, and he lays it up and good. 8 points for Dave Bing now to lead Detroit, as once again they have doubled up the Celtics. The score now 24-12, 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. JoJo White's going to try against Bing. Shot is up, no good, but Bing is called for the foul on the play, and it will be Don Nelson inside shooting two for the Celtics. Nelson steps to the line, releases the free throw, and it's good. Howie Komives into the game for the first time for Detroit. Jimmy Walker will head to the bench, and Dave Bing moves over to the shooting guard. It will be Bing against Havlicek now, and that will be an epic matchup of two of the 50 best players in NBA history. Nelson drops the second one in, and the lead once again is 10 for the Pistons. Detroit's looking for an opening. They find Hewitt down inside, matched up against Nelson. Good matchup down low. Hewitt with a pump fake. He puts it down. Nothing but net for Hewitt for his first basket of the game. Give the assist to Comize. Havlicek is coming back. He's looking at the defense of Dave Bing, but he is the go-to guy, and he's going to see if he can't make something happen. And Bing strips him. Clean steal by Dave Bing on the play. Go away, Hondo, and make me a sandwich. I'm taking this ball, and I'm going the other way. Can Bing take advantage of Havlicek on both ends? No, it's stolen right back by Havlicek. Back and forth between Bing and Havlicek, both players with stellar defense on that exchange. And Boston is going to look down to Nelson on the low post this time. Short jumper in and out. Foul on the play by Hewitt, and that is his second. Don Nelson to the free throw line for Boston, attempting to cut the lead back to 10 points again. Nelson knocks down the first. And Steve Mix comes into the game, replacing Hewitt with the 2 fouls. Mix, a second-year player out of the University of Toledo, Northwest Ohio product. Nelson will now tee up the second free throw, and he gets it to go. Once again, the lead for Boston, the deficit for Boston is 10, as Detroit brings the ball back the other way. No good matchups here, as Boston has stellar defenders at every position. They work it around to Comives out on top with 13 on the shot clock, and his best option is going to be the jump shot. Defenders draped all over him. Tough shot is around and out, rebounded by Nelson. Nice defensive stand for the Celtics on that play, and they're going to need that if they're going to make a comeback in this game. Cowan's inside against Otto Moore. Moore closes in. Cowan's short jump shot won't go, and it's rebounded by Quick. Once again, the Pistons have numbers coming back the other way. Comives to Quick. Quick drives, lays it up, blocked away by Cowans. Nelson on the rebound, and back comes Boston. They've got a mismatch on the low post for Nelson. Nelson gets his man in the air. Shot won't go, but he is fouled on the play by Quick. And Don Nelson is going back to the free throw line for more foul shots. Both teams are a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line here in the first period. And, of course, I jinxed him, as Don Nelson misses the first free throw, and the teams are now a combined 12 for 13 from the line. Bob Lanier back into the game. Good to see him recover from his brief injury time out there, as Nelson drops the second one in, and we're in the final minute of play here in the first quarter. Steve Mix just into the game, has a mismatch on the low post. The pick and roll, guarded by JoJo White, but Cowans comes over on the help side defense and rips that ball away. They're going to find Nelson on the low block against the smaller Steve Mix. Nelson with a short jumper drops it in, and it is Don Nelson now with 7 points to lead Boston, and the lead is down to 7. And the Pistons are going to come back with an opportunity to take the last shot of the quarter. They get it into Lanier, and he finger rolls it up and good with 4 seconds left on the clock. Nice shot by Lanier. Can Boston get off a shot in desperation? White to Chaney from the corner, no good. So at the end of the first quarter, Detroit 28 and Boston 19. And that was a pretty rancid first quarter shooting. 26% on the quarter for Boston, 6 for 23 in the period. Detroit shot 46%, not a whole lot better, but at least enough to get them out to what is a 9-point lead now at the break. We're ready to start the second quarter, and Hank Finkel is in the game. Hank Finkel, the legend, from the University of Dayton. And Finkel controls the jump for Boston. And they've got Art Williams in the game with a mismatch against Lanier. Williams steps around Lanier, puts it off the glass and good. Good start for the Celtics here in the second quarter. And the Pistons are going to work it down to Lanier on the block. Lanier in the no post, shoots the jumper no good. Art Williams on the rebound, and here come the Boston Celtics. Who's the man? Hondo's the man. He sets, he shoots, he scores. And just like that, the lead is down to 5. What was a 12-point lead has been cut in half. But Detroit's got Lanier on the low block against the smaller Art Williams on the mismatch. And he drops it in for his 10th point of the game to lead all scorers. Boston works the perimeter. They get it to Havlicek against Walker. Havlicek is going to attack. He drives, passes to Finkel. Bad pass out of bounds, Pistons ball. That is now 7 turnovers for Boston in the early going. Detroit comes back. Once again, they've got that mismatch on the low block. And Lanier takes it up, but he's fouled hard by Williams. Williams was embarrassed the last time by getting dominated by Lanier. This time he's just going to take the foul and cause Lanier to have to get his points at the free throw line. 73% shooter is Lanier, and he gets the first one to go. Pardon me, that was a one-shot foul. That must have been a foul on the floor, and the Pistons are not yet in the bonus. So they hold the 8-point lead now as the Celtics come back on offense. Havlicek works the pick and roll with Williams out high. Finkel on the post, backs it in, one-hand runner won't go. Dinwiddie on the offensive glass comes up strong, rises inside, but cannot get the shot to fall. And it is out of bounds to Boston. Missed opportunity there for the Celtics, and Detroit will bring it back. And they are going to work it outside to Bob Quick. Quick drives. It's stolen away by Havlicek. Fine defense by Hondo. And Boston once again is going to look to Nelson. Nelson with a good look inside. Pump fakes. Gets Quick up in the air. Puts the shot up and good. 9 points now for Nelson as he is single-handedly keeping it close for Boston. Detroit comes back to Lanier. This time he's guarded by Finkel. Layup is no good. Finkel with the rebound. And here come the Celtics. Havlicek once again on the attack. Fade away from outside is no good. Dischinger comes out with the rebound, and he is fouled by Finkel. Actually, Lanier was fouled on the play, and he'll take one shot on the backcourt foul from Hinkle. And once again, Lanier gets it to drop for his 12th point of the night. Boston works the ball around. Looks for an opening. They've got Havlicek picked off with Dischinger on the switch. Havlicek shoots, but it's blocked away by Lanier. Don't you bring that weak stuff my way, says Bob Lanier. Finkel on the offensive glass, and he's stripped by Jimmy Walker. 3-on-1 for the Pistons coming back. Jimmy Walker leading the break. Comives to Quick. Quick puts up the runner, and Hank Finkel blocks it away. Rebound for Art Williams for the Celtics. Nice defense by Hank Finkel. Coming back with the rejection on that fast break opportunity. And Boston's going to slow things down and set things up. Dinwiddie inside against Quick. Has the size advantage. Awkward shot is up and good, but he does get it to go. It didn't look pretty, but it counts for 2 on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters. Detroit coming back with Comives. Comives to Walker. Back to Comives on the drive, stolen away by Art Williams. And Boston has a chance to cut the lead to 3. Here's Havlicek rising up. No good. Rebound by Lanier. And once again, the Pistons will run the transition game. Dischinger to Quick. Quick lays it up off the glass and good. Pistons up now by 7 on the conversion on the fast break by Bob Quick. Don Nelson has his opening. Backs in against Quick, but loses the ball out of bounds to Detroit. Here come Cheney and Cowens back into the game for Boston. And Bing returns to the contest along with Erwin Mueller for Detroit. Dave Bing at full strength, running the offense. Working outside against Art Williams. He drives, he gets it off the glass and in, and he's fouled hard by Williams. Boy, Art Williams has gotten his money's worth on both his fouls here in the second quarter. And Bing gets the field goal to go, and he will shoot the bonus to try and convert the three-point play. And he drops it in for his 11th point. Pistons lead is back up to 10 now, as Bing has returned back to the game and made his presence felt in a big way. Looking down on the low block, it is Morgan working against Mueller, and Morgan gets it to go. First basket of the game for Rex Morgan, who's giving Don Nelson a break for Boston. Lanier's going to work it down against Cowens. Turnaround jump shot, nothing but net. Nice play on the behalf of Lanier, working against a very solid defender in Dave Cowens. Who's the man for Boston? Hondo is the man. He drives to the basket and turns it over. Boy, a rough night here for Havlicek in the early going, and a rough night for Boston in general, still shooting only 33% for the game. Detroit brings it back. They're going to look down on the low post again to Lanier. Loose ball, Lanier gets it back. Kisses a shot up off the glass, no good. And it is another foul on Art Williams for Boston, and Lanier will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. First shot drops out. And JoJo White is going to return to the game for Boston, replacing Art Williams, who leaves with the 3 fouls. Second shot for Lanier is good. 11-point lead now for Boston, or for Detroit, as Boston brings it back. Boston's going to work the ball around looking for a shot. JoJo White on the switch against Jimmy Walker. Comes off the screen, drives to the hoop. Collision, but no call. White with a layup that won't go. Morgan rips it down for Boston. But Bing strips it away. Another steal for the third of the game for Dave Bing, and it's a 2-on-1 break for Detroit coming back. Bing to Walker. Walker is fouled on the play by White, and it will be Jimmy Walker headed to the line for 2 shots. Everything is going Detroit's way here tonight in the first half, as Walker drops in the free throw. And the second shot rolls out. Rebounded by Cowens. And Boston comes back once again facing a 12-point deficit. Havlicek's got a switch from Erwin Mueller, but there's a stoppage in play as Steve Kuberski is shaken up momentarily. He'll stay in the game, and action will continue for Boston with a fresh 24 seconds on the shot clock. JoJo White on the switch has a mismatch against Lanier. He steps back for the jump shot and gets it to go. First basket of the game for JoJo White. And the lead is once again cut to 10. Detroit's going to look to Dischinger for the low block, and the jump shot turnaround is good. Good perimeter defense by Detroit, and Boston has to continue to work for a shot. They finally get it down to Morgan, working in the paint. Short shot spins out. Havlicek grabs the offensive board and passes it back out to JoJo White on the perimeter. White looks down to Morgan on the post. Morgan inside, short jump shot, no good. And it's Mueller who comes out with the loose ball for the Pistons. Detroit sets the offense. They've got Bing out top, working against JoJo White. Bing's going to attack the glass. And White fouled him. Fouled him out top. But that will be 2 shots for Bing on the bonus. That's now 6 team fouls for Boston in this quarter. No fouls yet for the Pistons. And you can believe the Celtics bench is letting the referees know about that 6-0 foul count here in the second quarter. Williams comes back into the game for Boston to give Havlicek a rest. Despite the fouls, they're going to work it to Kuberski on the block. Pump fake, spin move against Dischinger. Puts it up no good. Cowan's on the rebound. Can he get it to go? No, it's stolen by Walker. 12 turnovers now for Boston on the game. And the deficit continues to grow. They're going to look for Lanier on the low block. Cowan's on him. Turnaround jumper's good. 17 points for Big Bob Lanier midway through the second quarter. JoJo White for Boston. Driving on Morgan, gets it up and good. Maybe JoJo White can give the Celtics a spark. Here comes Dave Bing for Boston. Drives to the basket, stripped away by Kuberski. And it is a 4-on-3 break for the Celtics. Art Williams leads the break. Kuberski to White. And Jimmy Walker steals it away. 4 steals now for Jimmy Walker. A big night for Kid Dynamite. Let's see what Bing can do on the offensive end. 15-footer no good. Dave Cowan's on the rebound for the Celtics. Things are a mess on the Boston defense as they've had several switches. Cowan's is open on the low block. He's available against Dischinger. But Lanier comes over on the help side for another block shot against Cowan's. Dischinger comes out with it for Detroit, and it's a 4-on-2 break. Walker with the basketball. He drives it to the cup, lays it up no good, and Morgan comes away with it for Boston. Celtics dodged a bullet on that play. Kuberski is the open man on the low block, but he loses the ball out of bounds, knocked away, and Boston will retain possession as White and Havlicek return to the game. Havlicek is back to full strength after a brief rest, and we'll see what he can accomplish to cut this deficit. Kuberski on the inbounds. JoJo White is the open man on the switch out top against Dischinger, but he can't get the jump shot to fall, and it's Bing on the rebound. Once again, Detroit has numbers. 4-on-3 break. Dischinger to Mueller. Mueller lays it up no good, but Bing comes away with it for Detroit and passes it back out to the top where Detroit will reset with a fresh 24-second shot clock. Oh my goodness, Erwin Mueller went down on that play in the scramble, and he is out of the game for Detroit, and he is going to be out for a while as he has to be helped from the court, and it will be Steve Mix entering the game in his place. So our thoughts and prayers are with Erwin Mueller and his family, as he is going to require some medical attention, and he's being taken back to the locker room. Dischinger's going to bring it in for the Pistons. Jimmy Walker is available on the perimeter. Walker drives, lays it up no good. Otto Moore on the rebound for Detroit. His turnaround jumper won't go, and Kuberski pulls it away for Boston. It's a 4-on-4 break. JoJo White and Havlicek both have good fast break numbers, so we're going to push the ball. Cowens takes it down the baseline. His finger roll is no good. Morgan comes out with the rebound. His putback shot is good. Nice work on the offensive glass by Rex Morgan for Boston, and the lead for the Pistons is now 12. Jimmy Walker once again on the attack for Detroit. Another stoppage of play as Terry Dischinger is briefly shaken up, but he will be able to stay in the game. Detroit's going to set it up once again. And they're going to look to their captain, Bing. Bing puts it on the glass, puts it up and good. 15 points for Dave Bing. And the lead is back to 14 for Detroit. Boston's got Dischinger working against Kuberski on the low post. Kuberski with the short jump shot is good. Man, it's so much easier when Nelson is in the game than Dischinger and Kuberski and these guys with the four-syllable names. Dave Bing is once again large and in charge for Detroit. He's going to drive. He finds Dischinger, who can't get it to fall. Otto Moore on the rebound for Detroit. His short jump shot is good. Detroit maintaining that 14-point lead, content to trade baskets here with Boston as they protect the big lead. Havlicek looks around. Another brief timeout for JoJo White, who's shaken up, but White shakes it off and comes back into the contest. In fact, White's going to look at the fadeaway. Tough shot, but he gets it to go. Very good play by JoJo White as Bing works it back the other way for Boston. And now here's White with the steal. Boston's going to come back with Havlicek, trailing by 12. Havlicek steps out of bounds. Here comes Chaney and Dinwiddie back into the game for Boston. Quick and Hewitt for Detroit as the Pistons continue to enjoy this home court advantage and the 12-point lead with just over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bing from the top of the key. Can't get the shot to go. Bing wants the foul. He gets the foul on JoJo White, and that is number 3 on JoJo White. So things are going from bad to worse for Boston. They can't shoot. They can't take care of the basketball. And now both their point guards are in foul trouble. Bing misses the first free throw. Thank goodness for small favors. The second free throw is good for Bing, and that's 16 points. The lead is 13 as Boston comes back on offense. Excuse me, Bing has, that was a 3 to make 2 for Bing. So although he missed the first shot, he gets that bonus 3 to make 2. He converts 2 points on the play. The lead is now 14 for Detroit as Boston comes back on offense. JoJo White is open against Bing. He dribbles, jump shot no good, and Bing comes out with his 6th rebound. He is doing it all for the Pistons tonight. They find Mix on the low block, defended by Chaney. Shot no good. Chaney comes away with the rebound. Boston's going to work it to Havlicek. He's got Mix on the switch, but he still can't get it to fall. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Pistons. Boston still only managing 34% from the field as we are almost through the first half of tonight's ball game. Bing's going to work the ball around the perimeter. 13 on the shot clock for Quick. And he is going to work it down to Hewitt on the low post. Hewitt puts the shot up and gets it to go. Give the assist to Dave Bing on the play. That is 17.6 rebounds and 6 assists for Dave Bing, who is on pace for a triple-double. White's available against Bing, but he's cut off by Mix on the drive. His short jump shot is no good, and Otto Moore pulls it out for Detroit. Detroit's going to work some clock as we come down to the final minute and a half of play. Bing, with 12 on the shot clock, is going to drive to the hoop. He's cut off by Cowens. His shot is no good, and JoJo White comes out with it for Boston. Havlicek not to be denied. Whistle and a stoppage of play as Otto Moore limps over to the bench in some back pain. He'll be replaced by Cowens. He'll be replaced by Driscoll for Detroit. And Comives comes in to give Dave Bing a rest for the Pistons, who now enjoy their biggest lead of the game at 16 points. Chaney inbounding for Boston. They're going to look to Nelson inside. He's been their most effective player. Oh, but Bob Quick on the steal. And the Pistons have the numbers once again. Nice defensive play by Quick. But JoJo White steps in and draws the offensive foul on the breakaway. My goodness, JoJo White is having a stellar game here tonight with a couple of steals and now drawing that offensive foul to save the things going from bad to worse for Boston. What can White do on the offensive side? Jump shot no good. Havlicek keeps it alive and passes it back out on top. It's going to be Havlicek working against Quick. 8-foot jumper. He gets it inside to Nelson, and Nelson gets it to go. And Driscoll got him with the body. That breaks a scoring drought for Boston of over 2.5 minutes as Nelson gets the hoop and the harm. And he converts the free throw for his 12th point of the night. He is the only Celtic who has managed double digits here in the first half. Detroit works it around. 11 on the shot clock. They've got Quick out top working against JoJo White. They're going to continue to look for a shot. Quick has to force one up from the corner. No good. But JoJo White is called for the foul, and that is his 4th. Oh my goodness, what a blow for Boston. They couldn't bring Williams back in with his 3rd foul, so White had to stay out there. And foolishly, he commits his 4th. And it will be Quick for the 3 to make 2 for Detroit in the final minute of the first half. Quick converts the first shot. The second shot drops out. And it will be the bonus 3rd shot for Quick. And he gets it to go. 15-point lead for Boston, for Detroit, as Boston comes back to the offensive end. They're going to look to Cowens on the block. He posts up. Short jump shot goes up and good. And he is fouled by Quick. Cowens taking advantage of the mismatch to get his 6th point of the game. And he will get the free throw. And he drops it in for a 3-point play. Lead is now 12. And the Pistons will look for the final shot with 25 seconds remaining. And it's going to be Comives. He sees the opening and knocks down the shot. 7 seconds left. And the Celtics will see what they can do, trailing by 14. They're going to look down low to Cowens. Posting up on Driscoll. Left-handed hook at the buzzer. He gets it to go. So a bright finish for the Celtics on the hook shot by Cowens. But it's still a 12-point deficit as we head to the second half. Taking a look at our box score. Havlicek 3 for 12. JoJo White 3 for 11. Cowens 4 for 11. What more do you need to know? That's about a 30% field goal percentage for the 3 best players on the Celtics. And it's no surprise that they have trailed by double digits for most of the night. 15 turnovers doesn't help. And the foul trouble for White and Williams is also a big problem. Detroit is led by Bing and Lanier, both with 17 points. And they have been much more efficient. Although they're shooting just under 47% on the evening. And the foul differential is also reflected by the 17-9 advantage that Detroit enjoys from the charity stripe. And it has been all Detroit so far in the first half. Before we get to action, let's pop into the chat room and see what's going on. And we've got some talk about Jimmy Walker, Kid Dynamite. Jimmy Walker, Mayor of New York. And Tom Heinsohn, chain smoking on the bench with his terrible D. Good insight by Ron Juckett. And here's Dave Gardner joining the chat room. Hello, Dave. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Hockey this morning and tomorrow morning. Dave, is that real life hockey, or are you doing some hockey streaming on YouTube? And as we prepare to kick things off in the second half here, we're going to stop to wet the whistle of the play-by-play voice. Nothing like a little Bai coconut water to keep the pipes loose as we head into the second half. We'll see if Boston can do anything to turn around their fortunes here and erase this deficit. Boston is a solid team. So if they get their act together in the second half, they can still make a game of it. Cowens is going to control the jump for Boston. They've got Dinwiddie on the low block. He's got a shot available. It's contested by Dischinger, and the shot is no good, rebounded by Bing. 7 rebounds for Bing. They're going to attack the low post with Lanier. Lanier inside. Pump fakes against Cowens. Short jumper's up and good. Very well done by Bob Lanier. Boston's going to need to get Havlicek going into the second half. Havlicek works it down to Cowens. Cowens has it blocked away, rebounded by Havlicek. Havlicek passes it back out. Williams is going to put it on the floor against Walker. His short shot is off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Dischinger, and once again the Pistons have numbers. Bing to Walker for the pull-up, no good. Cowens comes out with his 10th rebound for Boston. What can the Celtics do on offense? Cowens working down low against Lanier. Cowens lays it off the glass and good. 11 now for Cowens to go with 12 for Nelson to lead the Celtics. Dave Bing leading the offense for Detroit. Pick and roll with Lanier. Oh, and Bing steps out of bounds. Boston gets the ball back on the turnover. And here come the Celtics. Can they establish some momentum? They work for the shot. They find Nelson on the low post. Defended by Quick. Nelson lays it up and good. Thank the Leprechaun for Don Nelson, who has been keeping it close for the Celtics here in this game. Lanier down low. Turnaround jumper, nothing but net. 21 for Big Bob. What can Havlicek do on the offensive end? He remains ice cold with another missed shot. Quick with the rebound. And the Pistons have Dischinger and Lanier down court. 2 zeros on the fast break, so Dischinger wisely takes advantage of that Purdue University education and pulls it back out to set up the offense with Bing and his mates. They've got Lanier now on the low block working against Cowens. Can he hit another one? No, he kicks it back out to Bing, and Bing puts up the circus shot and tickles the twine. 19 for Bing now, as the Pistons are not going to give up this lead without a fight. Boston once again finds Nelson on the block. His shot's no good. Cowan's on the rebound. Cowan's with the putback, but he threw it away. Possession back to Detroit. They're going to work the post again with Lanier. Lanier drives to the basket. Cowens goes down, and it's the offensive foul on Lanier that time. Nice defense by Cowens on that play, and it will be Boston basketball. They're going to work it once again to Nelson. Short jumper no good. Rebounded by Art Williams. Williams is going to look for an open teammate. Dinwiddie's available on the low block. Tough defense by Dischinger, but Dinwiddie gets it to go. Nice court vision by Art Williams to find Dinwiddie for the follow-up. Here comes Bing for Detroit. Drives to the basket. Passes to Quick, no good. Threw it away. Boston ball. Chance to cut the lead back to 10 as Havlicek attacks against Jimmy Walker. They get it down to Cowens down low, and it is Quick on the reach-in foul. And that'll be a one-shot foul for Dave Cowens. 73% shooter on the real season, and Cowens gets it to go. 11-point lead for Detroit as they run the offense. Jimmy Walker has a shot available against Havlicek. He gets it up and good. Give the assist to Dischinger on the play. And the Celtics are coming back the other way. They've got Dinwiddie on the low block in a mismatch against Dave Bing. Dinwiddie in traffic. Short jump shot no good. Bob Quick with the rebound for Detroit. And here come the Pistons. Bing guarded by Nelson out top. Bing outside drives. Reverse layup no good. Tips back up no good. Dinwiddie out with the rebound for Boston. And it's going to be Havlicek once again on the attack. And finally he gets one to go. Havlicek stepped around Jimmy Walker and managed to get the layup to go for his 10th point of the game. My goodness, did the Celtics need that. And they're going to need more from Havlicek if they are going to keep this game close. Bob Lanier on the post for Detroit. Works around Cowens, lays it up and good. 23 for Lanier as he continues to dominate the paint for the Pistons. Boston coming back. They work the inside pick. They've got Cowens open. He's backing down against Walker, but he throws the ball away. Another turnover for Boston, their 17th of the game. And here come the Detroit Pistons. Bing and Walker out top. Bing working against Art Williams. Bing on the perimeter, shoots the jump shot, no good, but Williams hacked him. Art Williams hacked him, and that is 4 on Williams, 4 on JoJo White. And it is a rough night for the point guard tandem for the Celtics. Both men in foul trouble as Bing knocks down the first free throw. And the second shot is up and good. 21 for Bing, 23 for Lanier as the Pistons have once again stretched the lead to 15. Under 8 to play here in the third quarter. Havlicek hit one. Can he get another one to go? No. But Walker fouled him. And Havlicek will shoot 2. 82% on the season, and the first one is good. Havlicek with the second shot, no good. Rebound by Bob Lanier for Detroit. Detroit works the perimeter. They've got it to Dischinger outside. 16 on the shot clock. He works the ball out to the perimeter, and Dischinger loses it out of bounds. Tough spot there for Dischinger. Tough defense by Dinwiddie, and Dischinger had nothing to do. Bob Quick back into the game for the Pistons. He's defending Morgan and doing a good job of it. So they're going to have to look down low to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie inside, can't get it to go. Rex Morgan with the rebound for Boston, and he passes it back out. They work it to Havlicek. What's Havlicek going to do? Jump shot, he knocks it down. 13 for Havlicek. Detroit looks for Dischinger on the block. He steps around Dinwiddie and gets the layup to go. White down the lane. Oh, and he commits the offensive foul. He tried to take it to the hole, and that is his fifth. And Tommy Heinsohn is beside himself on the Boston bench. He's yelling at JoJo White. He's yelling at the officials. He's yelling at anybody who will listen. As the Celtics are in big trouble now. Without JoJo White, they are going to be a rudderless ship. Pistons mercilessly working it back the other way. They get it to Walker on the wing. Walker drives on Havlicek and lays it up and good. Do they dare work JoJo White on the offense? He's open for a shot. Defended by Bing, and he gets the 15-footer to fall. Shut up, coach. I'm doing the best I can, he says as he heads back the other way. Lanier working against Cowens. Nothing but net. 5 in a row for Lanier. And he now has 25 on the game to lead all scorers. And once again, the Pistons are up by 16. Don Nelson on the low block. Double pumps. Short jumper is good. Nelson is highly effective when he's open. And now Lanier hits one from the perimeter. That's a season high 25 for Lanier, and he has hit 6 straight. Bob Lanier was known for having some of the biggest feet in NBA history. I remember back in 1976, I was 12 years old, and our nation was celebrating called the Freedom Train. The Freedom Train was literally a red, white, and blue train that traveled around the country, showing memorabilia from the history of America. And one of the things they had on the Freedom Train, Ron Junkett says 23s. Yeah, I can't remember if it was 21 or 23, but Bob Lanier's shoe was one of the exhibits on the Freedom Train in 76, and it was a monster. And I remember we were all in the 6th grade or whatever back then, and we would put one foot on top of the other and still couldn't make it to a size 23. So that's what Big Bob is memorable for in my life history. And he is having a memorable night here in Cobo Arena with 27 points, and we're only midway through the 3rd quarter. Lanier may end up with 40 tonight. Boston struggling to keep it close. Working the offense. White on the perimeter. Reach-in foul on Dave Bing. Foul on the floor. 1 shot for JoJo White. And White can't get it to go. Lanier comes out with the rebound after jostling with Cowens. And Detroit has a chance to extend the lead. The open man is Jimmy Walker. Walker on the perimeter. Jump shot no good. Foul on the play on Don Nelson. That is his second foul on the team. And it will be Jimmy Walker shooting 2 for Boston. And he has a chance now to get into double figures. First shot is good. 10 points for Jimmy Walker. Second shot is also good, and the Pistons enjoy their biggest lead. Celtics are going to work it again to Nelson on the post. This time he can't get it to go. Steve Mix comes with the rebound, and he is fouled by Morgan on the scramble. Loose ball foul on Rex Morgan. Steve Mix will shoot one for Detroit. His shot is good. First point of the night for Steve Mix. Whatever is Boston going to do? The open man this time is Cowens. In the low post, he traveled. No call, but the shot is blocked away by Lanier and rebounded by Jimmy Walker. No matter what the Celtics try, it's just not working for them tonight. Dave Bing working against White in the foul trouble. Passes to Walker for the jump shot, no good. Morgan on the rebound. Celtics on the break. White working with Cowens. Cowens makes his move, lays it up and good. 14 for Cowens. But Detroit's going to go right back on the attack with Lanier. Stolen away by White. Here's another fast break opportunity for the Celtics. White to Morgan. Morgan lays it up, uses the glass, and sinks it. Detroit coming back is going to look to Bill Hewitt on the low post. His shot's off the front iron, no good. Nelson out battles Hewitt for the rebound, and Boston once again has the basketball. The options are not good, so they get it out to JoJo White on the perimeter. White's going to put it on the floor. He's going to drop it down to Nelson inside. Shot no good, but Nelson is fouled on the play by Dave Bing. And it will be Nelson shooting two for the Celtics as they attempt to work their way back into the contest. First shot for Nelson is up and good. He now has 17. Otto Moore makes it back into the game, replacing Bob Lanier down low for Detroit. Good to see Moore back in the contest, as he was one of the victims of an epidemic of injuries that occurred in the second quarter. But Moore is at full strength. Nelson can't get the second one to go. Bob Quick on the rebound for Detroit. The lead's 14 with 4:19 to play. And Dave Bing is going to work against JoJo White. He drives to the basket. He's cut off by Cowens. He stops, he pops, he scores. 23 now for Bing. JoJo White coming back for Boston. Tough jump shot from the wing. Will not go. Bing with the rebound for the Pistons. What's Detroit going to do? They're going to work the perimeter. Bing with the ball. He's going to drive on JoJo White. White with the foul trouble. Bing barrels into Cowens, no good, and they call the foul on Cowens on the play. That is 2 on Cowens. And JoJo White is lucky that he didn't commit his 6th foul on that play. Cowens got his hand right up in the air as soon as the whistle blew. And it's going to be Bing at the line, and he hits his first free throw. And he makes them both, 25 for Bing. And the lead is back up to 18 for Detroit. Havlicek drives to the hoop. Finger roll is good. 15 now for Havlicek as he's picked things up a little bit here in the second half. He's going to have to play some defense now against Jimmy Walker. As Walker drives, short jump shot, no good. Grabbed away by Morgan. JoJo White coming back the other way on the fast break. Can he get around Bing? No. Stolen by Quick. Boston tried to force the action there. Here comes Dave Bing for Detroit. Loose ball. Bing got it back. Jump shot no good. Cowens with his 12th rebound for Boston. Double-double already for Cowens. 14 points and 12 boards. JoJo White has a switch against Otto Moore on the perimeter. And he takes advantage with the knockdown jump shot. Bing coming back the other way has his own mismatch against Dave Cowens. Bing drives, puts it up, no good. Kuberski with the rebound. Nice recovery by Cowens on the defensive end. And they're going to look to Cowens on the low block now offensively. But it's stolen away by Bing. Bing took it away from JoJo White as White was looking down low. Quick is the open man now for Detroit coming back. He takes the shot from the wing. It's a tough shot, but he gets it to go. 6 points for Bob Quick, and the Pistons lead is 16. Kuberski on the low block has the smaller Bing against him. He kicks it back out to JoJo White. White can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for Rex Morgan, and Morgan is going to kick it back out. Whistle on the play, and Morgan is fouled by Quick on the loose ball foul. Rex Morgan to the line for 2 shots for the Celtics. First shot for Rex Morgan is up and good for the rookie out of Jacksonville. Not quite garnering the attention of the other rookies in this game, Lanier and Cowens. Their first season battling of many to come for two of the great centers of all time. Morgan can't get the second one to go. The rebound goes to Dischinger. And it is going to be Detroit coming back the other way. They're going to look to Comives, see what he can do against Williams. Pick and roll with Moore. He slips the ball, pocket pass to Moore down low, and Moore banks it in. Very nice assist for Comives as he found Moore open down low. Boston's going to work it down to Kuberski inside. He rips it. 6 points for Kuberski. Detroit working it back the other way. Dischinger lays it up inside, no good. Rebound Havlicek. What can Boston do on the offense this time as we enter the final minute of the third quarter? They're looking for open options. They've got Havlicek working against Bing outside. Havlicek attacks. Passes the ball to Kuberski. He threw it away again. 21 turnovers for Boston. As Detroit comes back on offense. Comives is the open man working against Art Williams. Comives shoots the 15-footer. Oh, and it's blocked away by Dinwiddie. Otto Moore picks it up for Detroit. And it's stolen away by Havlicek. A 3-on-3 break for the Celtics. But they've got two big lugs in Kuberski and Finkel on the break, so Havlicek is smartly going to pull the ball back out, and Boston will set things up with 30 seconds now to play in the quarter. They're going to work it down to Hank Finkel, working against the smaller Comives, but it's knocked away. Good recovery by Comives. Boston will retain possession with 9 on the shot clock. Celtics down 15 with Kuberski to inbound. They get it back to Kuberski on the low post. Kuberski blocked away by Hewitt. Dinwiddie on the offensive glass. He's only got 6 to shoot. Bank shot won't go. Kuberski on the board, and the shot clock is off. Boston will have the chance at the final shot. Kuberski can't get it to go. Walker grabs it away. It's desperation for Pistons with 3 on the clock. They try to get it down to Dischinger. Short jump shot, no good. Not sure if that would have counted or not. They didn't have instant replay back in the day, but it's a moot point as the Pistons finish the third quarter with a 15-point lead. Boston still below 40% shooting on the game. And those 21 dastardly turnovers, along with the foul trouble, has just been a killer for the Celtics on this night. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. Dave Gardner runs some ice hockey and roller hockey leagues first thing in the morning. So we'll try to get you to bed at a decent hour. And Dave may get... Dave, you're going to broadcast tomorrow night? I will look forward to seeing that. The Jell-O has jiggled and the eggs scrambled themselves. Ron Jeckett, what on earth are you talking about? This I got to know. Heading into the fourth quarter, and the Pistons hoping to take advantage of this 15-point lead and coast to victory. Ref throws it up, and it's Otto Moore out jumping Finkel as the Pistons control the tap. Komive still running the point, brings the ball up. And Jimmy Walker has a mismatch against Finkel outside. Dischinger cuts him off on the drive. Dischinger is cut off by Finkel. Short jump shot, no good. Out of bounds to the Celtics. Chick Hearn, Jell-O jiggled and eggs in the icebox. His signature when the game was decided. I'll take your word for it, Ron. I was rooting for probably the, in the early 70s. I probably was rooting for the Celtics. Being an Ohio State guy, and my mom loved John Havlicek, and she loved Jerry Lucas. And Jerry Lucas was playing out west, but those were Mom's two favorites. Both Buckeyes and both fine, fine gentlemen. Let's see what Kuberski can do on the low post. He lays it up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Art Williams for Boston. He kicks it back out. The Celtics work it around. Dinwiddie is open on the low block. Working against Dischinger. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Hank Finkel with the offensive board. Can Finkel deliver the putback? Short jump shot is good. First basket of the game for Hank Finkel, the legendary product out of the University of Dayton. Moore is not very happy about that. He wants the ball on the low post. Jump hook over Finkel, but it's batted away by Kuberski. Moore gets it back. Moore on the putback. Short jump shot, no good. He is fouled by Kuberski. Otto Moore to the line for two shots. The first free throw is up, and it's good for Moore. Only a 55% free throw shooter. Can he get the second one to go? No siree. Dinwiddie on the rebound. Pistons leading by 14 as the Celtics come back on the attack. Havlicek on the perimeter. Working against Jimmy Walker. His drive to the basket, shots up, tipped away by Moore, called for the goaltend. And credit Havlicek with the hoop. 17 points on the game. Here comes Quick back into the game for the Pistons. Enjoying now a 12-point lead. Quick on the perimeter has a mismatch against Finkel. He floats to the basket. Reverse layup won't go, but Dinwiddie fouled him on the help side defense. Two shots now for Bob Quick. For Detroit. First shot is up, and it's good. Bob Quick, a third-year man out of Xavier. 78% free throw shooter. Second shot rolls around and drops. Lead back to 14 for Detroit as Boston comes back on offense. They're going to work the ball around the perimeter. Dinwiddie inside against Dischinger. 16 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie kicks it back out. He gets back to Dinwiddie on the low post. Running left-hander is blocked away by Dinwiddie. Out of bounds to Boston with 11 on the shot clock. They finally find Havlicek. Havlicek on the perimeter. Runs over Komives, gets the shot to go, and Komives got him with the body. Havlicek will attempt to make it a three-point play and cut the lead to 11. plenty of time for Boston if they can tighten up on the defensive end. Havlicek misses the free throw, rebounded by Hewitt for the Pistons. Komives works it into the front court. Hewitt is the open man down on the low block. Posting up. Good look. He gets it to go. 6 points now for Hewitt off the bench for Boston. Havlicek works against Bob Quick. Passes it into Kuberski. Ill-advised pass out of bounds. Detroit basketball. Another turnover for Boston. And another opportunity to cut into that lead has gone by the wayside. Detroit is content to look for a good shot. Komives works against Art Williams. He sees an opening for a shot, but he can't get it to go. Detroit a little too content, and they're going to bring Komives out of the game and replace him with Dave Bing for the Pistons. Bing fully rested, should be good to go for the final 9:14, and hopefully to help Detroit protect the big lead. Boston looking for a shot. Williams out top. Still nothing good. And with 7 on the shot clock, they finally get it to Havlicek. Shoots the jump shot, all net. Assist to Art Williams. 21 on the game now for Havlicek. Hopefully that's not too little too late. Bing is going to work against Havlicek, working alongside Komives. Bing with the jump shot, no good. And Bing commits the loose ball foul. That is 4 on Dave Bing. Jimmy Walker back into the game. And it will be Havlicek on the line shooting 1 on the loose ball foul. Havlicek missed his last shot. He gets this one to go. The lead is 11 as the Pistons are back on offense. Bing. Outside. Sets. Fires around the rim and out. Dinwiddie rebounds for Boston. Celtics with a chance to cut it to a single-digit lead as Williams brings it into the front court. Havlicek has a little bit of space, but he's got Lanier on him on the switch. Havlicek steps around Lanier, shoots a jump shot. It's good. And we are down to a 9-point lead. Detroit's coming back with Jimmy Walker. Free on the pick. Cannot get the shot to go, but Kuberski hit him on the arm. And it will be 2 shots for Jimmy Walker for Detroit. Walker, the 83% shooter. First shot, nothing but net. Nelson and Cowens back into the game for the final push for the Celtics, as Boston still trails by 10. Walker connects on the second, and the lead is now 11. Dinwiddie down low, works against the smaller Steve Mix. Short jump shot, no good. Banging on the board. Lanier comes out with it for Boston. Bing brings it up. Knocked away by Art Williams, out of bounds. Detroit retains possession. 20 on the shot clock for the Pistons. As they find Lanier down low. Lanier works against Cowens on the low block. Pump fake, no good. Bumped by Cowens on the play. Lanier to shoot 2 for Boston. Hello, Steve Tower. It is good to see you. I am honored to have you in my chat room. And unfortunately, the Celtics are not doing so well here in their 70-71 game against the Pistons. It's been a horrible shooting night for Havlicek and for the team as a whole. And Boston has turned the ball over 22 times as the Pistons try to close out. And ID Jester is in the chat room as well. Hello, ID Jester. How's it going? Thank you for joining us here tonight for the final 7:46 of action, as it's been an uphill struggle for the Celtics. They've cut the lead from as much as 19 down to 11, but they've still got a long ways to go down the stretch here if they are going to come away with a victory. Lanier hits the first free throw, and that's 28 for him on the night. And the second shot, nothing but net. 13-point deficit for the Celtics as they come back the other way. Havlicek starting to heat up here in the second half. He can't get this one to go. Dischinger pulls it away for the Pistons. Is Detroit going to run? They've got the numbers. Bing leads the break. Gets the ball back from Walker on the give and go, and he puts it up and good. 27 now for Dave Bing. Celtics continue to work through Havlicek, and this time it's stolen by Dischinger. My goodness, Havlicek cannot catch a break here tonight. Bing brings it back for Detroit. Working against Art Williams. Bing steps around Williams, lays it up softly. Cowens blocks it for Boston. Kaburski on the rebound. And here come the Celtics. Williams brings it up. He's got Cowens on the baseline. Outside jump shot is good. 16 for Cowens. The lead is 13. As Bing comes back on the attack, under 7 minutes now to play. Bing and Lanier playing give and go. Bing takes the shot, no good. Out of bounds to Boston. As hope springs eternal for the Celtic fans. Havlicek working against Bing on the perimeter. Jump shot, nothing but net. The lead is down to 11. Mix has Havlicek pinned to his hip on the low post. He shoots from point-blank range. It spins out, but Mix is fouled on the play by Hank Finkel. That is his second 5 on the team in the fourth quarter, and it will be Steve Mix shooting 2 as the Pistons try to maintain this big lead. First shot for Mix is up and good. Mix on the second. Around the rim and out. Art Williams with the rebound for the Celtics as they attempt to cut the lead to 10. Williams brings it up. Who's available? They are going to look to Havlicek working against Dave Bing. Jump shot no good. Otto Moore on the rebound for Detroit. And Detroit's going to pull it back and not run with their bigs. They're going to slow it down for Komives now working at the point as Walker takes a rest. It's going to be Bing available against Havlicek. Bing lets fly, can't get it to go. Don Nelson on the rebound as his stellar play continues. And Boston brings it into the front court with another chance to cut the lead to 10. Nelson has been their best, most reliable shooter tonight. He gets it on the low block and he puts it down. 19 now for Don Nelson as he cuts the lead to 10 for Boston. What will Detroit do? They're going to work some clock. Komives passes it around to Mix. Mix to Moore. No good on the pass back from Moore, and it is a turnover for Detroit. Boston has a chance to cut it to single digits now with 5 minutes 34 seconds to play. White back into the game for Boston as they're going to get Havlicek a quick rest. Chaney back in. Dinwiddie and Cowens along with JoJo White for the Celtics. Pistons still resting Walker as they have Komives and Bing in the backcourt. Mix and Driscoll down low and Bob Lanier on the block. Can the Celtics make a final push? They're going to look inside. Cowens is smothered by Lanier. Chaney is on the other block working against Steve Mix. And Chaney is fouled on the play by Driscoll. Terry Driscoll with the foul on the floor, so it would be just a one-shot foul for Chaney. on the non-shooting foul. Chaney's free throw is up, and he gets it to go. First point of the game for Don Chaney, largely a defensive specialist, but just a very, very solid player for the Pistons. For the Celtics, excuse me, as the Pistons come back with the 9-point lead. They're going to look down low to Bob Lanier. Lanier, short jumper, no good. Rebounded by Cowens. Nice defense by the big rookie out of Florida State. And here come the Celtics. Cobo Arena, the tension is mounting as the Celtics chip away at the Pistons' lead. JoJo White is the open man outside on the perimeter. Jump shot no good, and it is Bing with the rebound for Detroit. Detroit coming back on offense. Lanier is available on the low post. Good look inside, all nylon. 31 now for Lanier as he got a step on Cowens and he made it count. Dinwiddie is going to work down low against Driscoll. Short jump hook, no good. Dishinger rebounds for Boston. For Detroit. And here come the Pistons. It's Comives working the ball into the front court. As the Pistons are in no hurry. They do have Bing available on the perimeter against JoJo White. So they're going to let the captain do his thing. Jump shot is up and it's good. All net for Dave Bing. And the Pistons now lead by 13. Boston working quickly. White attacks, goes hard to the rack, and Bing steals it. JoJo White tried to force the situation there. Bing took advantage. And once again, Detroit is going to work some clock as the game clock is now under 4 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Bing with 7 on the shot clock, working against JoJo White. He's going to put it on the floor. He's cut off by Chaney. Shot off the backboard, good. Give the assist to Comives, and that's 31 for Dave Bing, and the lead is back to 15. Red Auerbach is getting that cigar ready on the sidelines, but he's not going to smoke it because his team is down by 15. And it's Art Williams with a rare shot from the top of the key. And it is no good. And it is good, and he's got 4 points now. Can the Celtics make that final push? Here comes Dave Bing for Detroit. Jump shot no good. Dinwiddie on the rebound. And the Celtics once again have the basketball. JoJo White is the open man. Can he make something happen? Stripped away again by Bing. 3-on-1 fast break for Detroit. Here come the Pistons. Bing takes it the length of the court, lays it up and in. 33 points now for Dave Bing, and the Pistons lead is back up to 15. My goodness, what a turn of events there as Dave Bing makes things happen. White's still the man, and he hits the jump shot this time. Nothing but net. Slow going once again for the Pistons as we are now under 3 minutes to play. 15 on the shot clock for Lanier on the baseline. He's still on the baseline with 6 to play, 6 on the shot clock. He's going to have to force one up. Jump shot no good, rebound by JoJo White. And it is going to be a timeout for the Celtics. They're going to bring Havlicek back into the game. They're going to bring Don Nelson back into the game for the final 2:44. But they are going to need a miracle at this point in time. They're going to look for Nelson. He doesn't have much space, so he kicks it back out to Chaney. And Chaney connects on the short jumper. Detroit's going to play it slow. Working the perimeter. Bob Lanier with the ball on the baseline. They continue to burn clock. And they finally find Lanier on the low block. He lays it up and good over Don Nelson. 33 for Lanier. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking. Celtics look for Nelson. Nelson, it's knocked away. Nelson gets it back, and he's fouled by Driscoll. And Nelson will have the opportunity to cut into this lead with one shot as the clock is standing still. Nelson hits it for his 20th point of the night. He's been the Celtics player of the game. But it is too little and too late compared to everything that has gone wrong for Boston here at Cobo tonight. Detroit burning clock. 1:50 to play. 14 on the shot clock for Bing. They continue to work it around the perimeter. They find Walker with 3 on the shot clock. What's Walker going to do? He drives, he runs into Chaney, shot no good, but the foul is called on Chaney. And Walker will get the 3 to make 2. He's 7 of 8 from the line today for a total of 13 points. Jimmy Walker, an 83% shooter, gets the first to go. Second shot is up. And good. 15 now for Walker. The lead is 14 with 1:36 to play. Havlicek. Outside, lost it out of bounds. 25 turnovers for the Celtics now on the night. The Pistons are going to burn some clock with 1:19 to play. Down to 1:09. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Walker outside to Bing. Bing can't get it off, but I don't think the Pistons care. They're happy to see the game head into its final minute as they continue to protect a 14-point lead. Havlicek's going to work quickly. Final minute of play. Fade away, nothing but net for Havlicek. 28 points for Hondo. But we're in the final minute. Detroit burns clock. 5 on the shot clock. Bing on the perimeter dumps it off to Quick. Stolen by JoJo White. 30 seconds to play as Boston hustles it back. White to Havlicek. Havlicek's going to put it up. Jump shot missed. Cowan's on the rebound. Cowan's with the putback. Left-handed hook. He drains it. Down to 17 to play. And Detroit is just going to try and dribble this one out. Eight seconds to play. 4 seconds to play. Detroit burning clock. And with 3 seconds to play, Bing throws it away. Boston ball. 1 second to play, and that's going to do it for tonight's contest. It was an uphill struggle for the Celtics all night long, and they lose the game by 10 points. Havlicek turned things around somewhat in the second half, but still managed only a 12 for 25 shooting night. 20 for Don Nelson. An alarming 26 turnovers to only 22 assists for the Celtics, and you're not going to win with those numbers. Bob Lanier dominated most of the contest, and Bing picked it up in the fourth. Both Bing and Lanier finished with 33 for Detroit in the victory. All right, everybody, that's our game for tonight. Thank you for everybody who came and hung out tonight. Our Red Sox fan, Dave Gardner, balls were not properly inflated. Retro Sports Network, Ron Juckett, thanks for coming. Steve Tower, a pleasure to have you in the chat room tonight. Beatles Eternally, ID Jester, was here tonight. Thank you guys for coming. Beatles eternally, Al Red Sox fan, Ron Juckett. Original Grognard was here earlier on tonight as well. So thank you one and all for checking us out tonight. That's our stream, and I am out of here.